Dear students, welcome to physics online classes. In last classes, we have discussed the terms speed, velocity, acceleration, and also we defined the position time graph, what is velocity time graph and acceleration time graph. So these are the basic terms we have discussed in the last class. So today let us discuss the kinematic equations for uniformly accelerated motion by velocity time graph. So what is velocity time graph? So this can be defined as a graph can be plotted by taking velocity along y-axis and time along x-axis. The graph can be called as a velocity time graph. So in the velocity time graph, what are the uses are what it signifies. So there are two signification of velocity time graph. First one is area under the velocity time graph represents the total displacement made by an object. So what is first one? Area under the velocity time graph represents the total displacement made by an object. So that is the total displacement. Second one, the slope under the velocity time graph represents the acceleration of a particle. So what is the second one? Second one is nothing but it is the slope under the velocity time graph represents the acceleration of that particle. So by using these two significations, let us derive the equations for motions. So first we will start first equation of motion. All of us know already we have studied in the 9th class, that is first one, V is equal U plus AT. So what is first one? First derivations, let us derive V is equal U plus AT. So for this, let us consider an object is moving with the initial velocity V. Initial velocity U. So an object is moving with the initial velocity U with an uniform acceleration A at a time interval T. So consider an object is moving with the initial velocity U with an uniform acceleration at a given time interval. So the acceleration is said to be uniformly, that is there is no any change in the acceleration. Acceleration will be the uniformly, that means we are giving the same velocity, same acceleration, the particle is moving. So in that, let V be the final velocity of a particle. So once again I repeat, consider an object is moving with the initial velocity U with an uniform acceleration A at a time interval T. Let us consider let V be the final velocity and S be the displacement made by the particle. So for this condition, let us draw the velocity time graph. So how to draw the velocity time graph already we have discussed. Let me take first one. The graph is plotted as we know that velocity is along y-axis. Velocity is along y-axis and time is along x-axis. So what is this one? For an object is moving the initial velocity U, the graph can be plotted like this. So this is an object is moving with the initial velocity, starting from initial velocity. Then the graph can be, so AB is we can define or we can plot, we can represent this line. AB represents the velocity time graph. So let us take, origins O, then OAB. So to this, let us do some construction. That means draw BD perpendicular to x-axis. Let us draw BD. See BD perpendicular to x-axis. Another one construction. Let us draw AC perpendicular to BD. Next one is AC perpendicular to BD. So let us mark AC. So now this line, this one AB represents the velocity time graph. So after construction, from the graph or from the figure, we can write some values. That means since OA is initial velocity U, we can represent U, and OD value is time. OD is a time. Here in this figure, OACD is a rectangle and ABC is a triangle. So here OD is opposite to AC. Therefore, this AC can be taken as a T. Similarly, OE is parallel to CD. CD can be taken as a U value. from the figure, what is the value of OA? OA is initial velocity u. Similarly, CD I can write CD is equal to also initial velocity u. What about OD? OD is time t. And AC is also time t. Now we want to find out the value of BC. How to find out the value of BC? See, BCD is there. If we do, that means BC equal BD minus CD. BD minus CD. What is the value of BD? BD is final velocity of an object V minus CD is initial velocity U. So BC is equal, we can write V minus U. So by using these data or these values, we'll derive this one, which is equation V equal U plus AT. So what is the significance of velocity time graph? We know that the slope under the graph represents the acceleration of a particle. So here which is the slope in this figure, in this diagram? See, A, B, C is a slope. So slope I can write, this represents acceleration. A is equal, how to measure the slope I told in the last class. Y-axis, the ratio of y-axis to the x-axis. Here ratio of y-axis, which is y-axis in triangle. I can write in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC. Acceleration A is equal BC divided by AC. BC by AC. We know the values of BC and AC. Let us substitute. BC is equal V minus U and AC is equal T. In LHS we have A. If we do cross multiplication, AT is equal V minus U. This minus U can be taken this side. U plus AT equal VR. I can write which is equal V equal U plus AT. So first equation for motion can be derived, which is V is equal U plus AT. By using acceleration graph, that means slope under the graph represents the acceleration. Therefore acceleration A is equal, it can be measured by taking y-axis to the x-axis. Here y-axis BC, x-axis AC. So BC value we have written V minus U and AC we know that it's a time V minus U by T. Then you cross multiply AT to V minus U. If you take this minus to the left side, it becomes a positive. U plus AT equal to V or V is equal to U plus AT. So this is the first equation of motions. So understood this one, first one we can derive by using the acceleration time, that means the slope. See, it is a very, very important one. The slope represents the acceleration of a particle. Yes. Just go through these ones. Okay. Now we'll take second derivative. We'll derive the second derivative. So I will drop this T here. Just let it be. So your second equation, let us take second one. So second is, we will derive displacement S is equal ut plus half A into T square. So same way, consider an object is moving with the initial velocity u with an uniform acceleration A at a given time interval t. Let V be the final velocity of an object and S be the displacement made by the object. So let us consider here, let S be the displacement made by that object. So in that now, as we know the signification of velocity time graph, second one, the area under the velocity time graph gives the displacement of that object. So here what is area? Here I can write area. Therefore displacement S is equal. Here the area, see this is a AB is a line, velocity time graph. So under this velocity time, what is the area? OABD. See area of OABD gives the displacement of the object. So I can write S is equal, displacement is equal area of OABD one is, so this is one. OACD is a rectangle. What is first one? It is a rectangle. And second one, ABC is a triangle. So under the line AB line, we have the two geometrical figures. One is rectangle and another one is a triangle. So we know that those area of rectangle and triangle. So this area OABD gives the sum of these two areas. So I can write here area of rectangle OACD plus area of triangle ABC. So now we know that the area of rectangle. What is area of rectangle? So area of rectangle is length into breadth. So area of rectangle can be written as length into breadth, that is OA into O. So here the area of rectangle can be written as formula length into breadth. So length is OD and breadth is OA. So I can write length is OD and breadth is OA. Then what about area of triangle ABC? We know that half into length into breadth. So I can write AC into BC. AC into BC. So these two are area of the rectangle and the triangle. Now we know those values. What is OA, then OD, then BC and AC. Let us substitute those values. If I substitute, what is the value of OA is U into OD is time plus half into AC. What is AC is time into BC, V minus U. So this side we have the S, displacement. So that means displacement is equal, I can rewrite UT plus half into V minus U into T. Let us consider this as the equation 1. From the above equation we have the acceleration we derived from the acceleration A is equal BC by AC. From that means we know that V is equal U plus AT. First the equation we derived. From this I can write V minus U is equal A into T. Why means in this place V minus U I can write AT. So if we write in this, that means S is equal UT plus half into in place of V minus U I am writing AT. Acceleration into time AT into already we have one more T. You can write T. This can be written as S is equal U into T plus half AT square, which is the equation for motion. In the second equation, that is S is equal UT plus half AT square. So this can be derived by using the two area displacement, that means area of rectangle and the area of triangle. By using this we can derive the UT plus half AT square. Understood this one? Let us derive the third one. What are the third equations? So third equations, already we know those three equations. Third one, let us do, that is equation of motion. V square is equal U square plus 2 into AS. What is third one? V square equal U square plus 2AS. Here in this equation can be derived in the two methods. First we will derive first method. So first method, let us consider the equation displacement. So what does the area and this area under the velocity triangle represents? Area under the velocity triangle represents the displacement. So let us consider displacement. Same way displacement is equal. Here what is area? Area we know that OABD. This area OABD. Same way this area, total area can be this area of rectangle and area of triangle. That is area of rectangle OACD plus area of triangle ABC. same way area of triangle is half into length into breadth. So I can write here area of rectangle, that means length OD into breadth is OA, plus area of triangle is half into, see, length AC into BC, what is AC into BC. Now OD, what is OD? OD is time into OA is initial velocity U plus half into AC is, what is AC? Time T, and BC is, we know the V minus U. See, this equation can be, I am rewriting, see this can be U into T, UT plus half into I can write in order V minus U into T. Understood this equation? To this equation, let us multiply by 2. So let us multiply above equation by 2. We multiply by 2, that means 2 into S is 2S is equal to 2 into UT, 2UT plus 2 into half into V minus U into T. See the second term, these 2 ones are get cancels. That is 2S is equal to UT plus, here only you have to see this 2 gets cancelled, remaining V minus U into T. Next one, let us remove that bracket, simplify. So I am going to simply remove this bracket. That means 2S is equal to UT, V into T, plus into plus VT. Again, plus into minus, U into T minus UT. Now see, here 2UT we have. Then here is minus, here plus 2UT. Here is minus UT. What happens? 2 minus 1 is plus 1. We can write here as UT plus VT. Again, in this equation, which term is common? Common term. What term is common? Which is that? That is a time. Time is a common. Let us take the time outside. 2S is equal. U plus V into T. Now I can rewrite this equation. 2S by T is equal, T comes this side to the denominator. 2S by T into, I can rewrite this one as V plus U. You take equation 1. Till here understood? See, we got one equation, displacement equation. To this we are multiplying by 2. 2 is 2UT plus 2 into this term. Then 2 gets cancelled. V minus U into T. Then we are removing this bracket. V into T, VT plus into minus UT. So minus UT plus UT same term, we can subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1 UT. Then we can rewrite. Now we have already derived the first equation. What is the first equation? V is equal to U plus AT. So from that equation, V is equal U plus AT. Now this U comes to side, V minus U is equal AT. We can write, U can take this other side, it takes a negative sign. Or I can write here AT is equal V minus U. You take equation 2. Now let us multiply these two equations, equation 1 and 2. So I am multiplying equation 1 and 2. What is equation 1? LHS side? 2S. 2S divided by T into here is AT. See, here is AT. Which is equal, RHS side we have in equation 1 V plus U. Second equation, V minus U. Now, which other terms gets cancelled? Here only one term gets cancelled, that is a time. Time gets cancelled. 2S into A, I can write 2 into A into S. Where A is a uniform acceleration, S is a displacement. Now, we have this relation. V plus u is equal to V minus into V minus u. This equation is nothing but A plus B into A minus B, which gives rise to A square minus B square. So I can write here V square minus U square. This is the relation. So we have A plus B into A minus B can be written as A square minus B square. In place of A, here is V. In place of B, here is a U. So I can write V square minus U square. What happens? This minus, if we take this side, it takes a positive sign. That means U square plus 2AS equal V square, or we can write V square is equal, this can be as U square plus 2S. So this is the derivation for third one. What is the third one? V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So this is the third derivation. In first method we can derive by using the displacement method. So this is the displacement method by using multiplying 2. Then equations, first equation we are considering V minus V is equal to U plus AT. By this equation we will get some terms we are rearranging. Then multiply some here is TT gets cancelled. Then we can derive the V square is equal U square plus 2AS. So dear children, so in this method by using velocity time graph we can derive the kinematic equations for uniformly accelerated motions. So this also can be explained by using the calculus method. So in the next class let us derive those derivations in calculus method. Okay, thank you children.